Hey, welcome fans of the NPA. How are you guys doing today? My name's Lev, and of course, with me on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the ultimate beast mode thingy that is of the NPA. Your leader, your commissioner, your friend, your occasional bearded man type thingy, Joedor. Joedor, how are you doing today, friend?
I'm doing great, and for me to be considered ultimate, what are we doing with this definition?
Well, we've watched Dragon Ball Z, we've watched Dragon Ball Kai. We hated Dragon Ball Kai, so we threw it in the dumpster. And you fit the Dragon Ball Z meta a lot more. So, congratulations, you're ultimate.
I'm okay with that. I mean, there's a reason we have Z crystals and not Kai crystals. So
exactly.
Just saying.
Because they really want to. Pokemon secretly wants to be Dragon Ball Z. I really believe that, deep down. But
well, it's either that or Digimon, and I think they already got tired of people making that comparison.
Oh yeah.
Mega Evolution, nothing to see here.
Is that why I can't get Mega Lopunny? Is that why I can't get Mega Lopunny? Because I'm not gonna lie, I want to let Mega Lopunny back. But enough about Mega Lopunny. I mean, we all miss her. We love her outfit, and we also want to keep things going up in here. When you have been the commissioner of this league now, this is your third season, if I'm correct. I just gotta ask, man, how do you take a league from a pile of nothingness and turn it into arguably the top league in the realm? I mean, you've got the lineup, you've got the experience, you've got the format, you've got the team structure. Nobody out there has the cojones to say yes to 24 teams. What makes the NPA so legit in your opinion?
Well, first of all, this is actually my first season as the actual commissioner. Like, I've been the assistant commissioner for 2 seasons. Depending on who you ask, my level of involvement varies, but I tend to think I did recruit most of the people, even for the first season. Like, the original group was Poketroll, who was the actual founder. He brought in Sonic Brawler, Cyber Nightmare, Jerry Oak, myself, and Pokeballer Luke. And we were the first 6. And then from then on, because I was Twitch streaming a lot more heavily at the time than I was YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I just went and said, okay, let me invite 9 streamer friends that I raid constantly, and that was our first season. Now, granted, half of them didn't come back because they were all streamers versus being heavily on YouTube. A couple of them did. A lot of the ones that you saw come back for season 2, most of them are all Twitch streamers beforehand. But then with that one, it literally just came down to, because I had invited 9 people that I knew well for our first season, the ones that stayed were able to help me acquire and reach out and recruit other larger coaches, like Galactic Elliot, for instance. He was thinking of coming on the first season, but he didn't because we weren't established, right? Mm-hmm. Radioactive was kind of the same way. He backed out first season because of a draft thing, but then he came back, sort of thing. And it got to a point during our second season setup where we had gotten up to, because we knew we had 16, we were like, oh, let's try 20. 20 seems like a good number, so we can slowly ease it up, and we can add maybe 1 extra division, and it wouldn't be too big of a jump. We add 20 people, and then out of nowhere, I think it was Kyle A, who you may know as the coach of the Miami Dawn fans. Half of his stream in the middle of one day just starts all adding the NPA Twitter. Just going yo, add Kyle A, whatever. We already had 20 people, mind you, so we were maxed. So we were sitting in our I think it was a Skype call back then. We were just what are we gonna do? I mean, I guess we just gotta kick it up to 24 because it seems like he knows what he's doing. And that was a great call because then we added 4 more coaches, counting Kyle. One of our coaches had to drop out, and suddenly Poke tells me one day, so I just invited A-Drive. I was like, oh, you just invited A-Drive? Okay, and what did he say?
That's one of those just get your collar on moments, right? It's one of those just
I was like, oh, okay, and what did A-Drive say? He's like, he's joining. I was like,
then you just all of a sudden, it's one of those get your suit on kind of moments, where you're just like, wait a second, I better go make sure there's no pizza on my shirt or whatever.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, and he'll deny it because it's Dan and he's super humble. You'd know him because you've worked with him in the GBA and so forth. He will deny, be like, oh no, you guys did all the hard work, which sure, we worked a lot, but sometimes you just need that one break, if you will, and him joining the NPA did it for us because right. As soon as he joined, then suddenly our analyst application blew up for last season. Our fill-in coach application blew up. All of our stuff for season 3 blew up before season 2 had even started. Because everyone's like, yo, I want to get with A-Drive. Yo, I want to battle A-Drive. Whatever, and that's totally fine.
Right.
But it's like once you've elevated to one level, then it's easier to grab, other people and go with 24. Why 24? Honestly, like I said, with Kyle A, it just worked out that way. But why were we okay with it? Because I knew that if we just had a good enough fill-in setup, we could lose 3 to 5 coaches because life happens. And we did 2 seasons in a row. We had 3 coaches drop out, and we had replacements ready to go every time. And it's always worked out. So,
but not only that, I really love the idea of 24, and the reason why is because people have been talking about, with Sun and Moon introduction or whatever, more Pokemon get drafted. There's more Pokemon out there to draft than ever before. And the big thing that I really am torn about inside is that when it comes down to it, if you look at a 16-team, sumo league now. You stay with 11 picks on there. The problem is that you start seeing a lot of really good things that are usually tier 1s, tier S's in your league's case. Things that are really special Pokemon that can do work on anyone's team. All of a sudden start not getting drafted. And you start having, with Gen 6, we already had the issue where Superior wouldn't get drafted in 80% of the leagues because, it can destroy things, but it's not very versatile as a whole as far as reliable versatility.
You need to come in number 3 or number 4 and just be up on the right thing to be able to get the contrary boost going.
It's kind of like how Volcanion is really not a good person to build your team around, but it's a great 6th Pokemon. It really is a great 6th Pokemon.
It's a great, and also if you want to do a double core kind of thing, or not a double core, but a fire water grass core with 2 water types or 2 fire types, it kind of works out ish if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I usually run them in tandem with a Dragon Fairy Steel because I just like Dragon Fairy Steel more. So
how do you deal with someone like Kyle A, who is just a complete, oh my gosh, hype man? If I had to compare him to anyone, I would say he's more like Flavor Flav out there. He really feels like Flavor Flav. I want to get him a giant gold clock and just watch what happens. Okay. By the way, we should totally do that. I'm gonna write that down right now. Giant gold clock for Kyle A.
Yeah, go for it.
Giant gold clock. Do you want the clock to say anything special on it, like "Yeah, boy" or "Come at you"? Or
his slogan is just AYE. Okay. You could probably put a picture of the fawns on it, maybe 2 fingers coming or 2 hands coming up pointing. Okay. They just come out of nowhere and be like A.
So it's gonna say A on there, and on the back of it, it's gonna say your mom's favorite hopscotch player, which is
yes. You would love that. You would love that.
Okay, so that's gonna be his gift if he makes the playoffs. Okay.
Just his little trophy.
Which he actually has a pretty good looking team. That wheel pick really works out good. Would you have rather had the wheel pick over where you were in the draft?
Oh, I would have taken the wheel. Easy, because we ran into the problem, my front office and I, of we still had 2 people who could snipe us.
Right.
As you saw, the very first pick, I go for Pelipper because I was like, well, nobody else can have the killer rain team that I wanted. And 1 pick, or maybe it was 2 picks later. I think it was 2 picks later. Tornadus T is off the board. Well, there goes that plan. Brady, you want to trade?
Yeah. At that point, you have to try and find a backup Hurricaner that actually has power. Because that's what. And then the thing is, guess what? Without Mega Pidgeot, there is none. And
it's and you're not gonna specs Pelipper because you need the Damp Rock. So
exactly.
It's just that went out the window, and then once our next pick came around, we saw Landorus T, and we're like, you know what? I can't leave this on the board, and our rain team's already shot. Let's just go from there and see what happens.
Well, even then, a really good rain team out there is still going to have, a Lando T on there. If you notice, if you go on the ladder a lot of times, you're going to see, rain team, you're going to see, the Kingdra, Tapu Koko, Pelipper, and then you're going to see, Lele, Lando T, and maybe Gudra. And so that's a really good,
Gotta have that sap sipper.
I better write this down. I'm just giving myself good ideas right now.
Gotta have that sap sipper Gudra in case your opponent tries to bring in a grass type on you.
I love me some sap sipper Gudra. It just makes you just want to kick somebody in the face. Seriously, there's always some Pokemon out there, and you are the Seattle Seakings. I gotta ask, man. You're not showing your mascot some love, bro. What is wrong with you?
We were gonna pick him up round 11 if the rain team happened.
If the rain team
didn't happen. But and it's I'm as much as as nice as a lightning rodder is. We already have Lando T, so our electric, we're covered from electric types. So there wasn't really much we could do at that point. I wanted, I had it in my head. We were getting Pelipper, we were getting Tornadus T, and then somewhere down the line, maybe snag Bruxish or something, and then grab Seaking with number 11.
That'd be fun,
and it just,
actually. Yeah.
Well, and it worked because Brady had Bruxish, so I was like, dude, you want me to like slot in your complete rain team, and I'll take your, I'll take like the second, third best fairy on the board. I don't know how it fell all the way to where it did, but I didn't care. I'll take it.
Take what you can get. Now, I mean, and I was mad about that. Not gonna lie, I wanted to see some choice scarfed horn drills. Okay, I wanted to see some choice scarfed horn drills. Okay, just to see how interesting that would be on your opponent's face.
I'll make a showdown live of it just for you.
Choice scarfed horn drill. Come on now, 30% accuracy. Come on. Who says RNG isn't a mean god?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think anyone says that. Nobody says it's not a mean god.
He's a very, very mean god. That's why. Now, before speaking of gods of show of Smogon and stuff, before the draft started, did you go and pray to the altar of Snipeus, god of the snipe?
I did not actually. People have been calling me the mini hacks god, so I kind of like prayed to myself and then realized, wait, I don't get lucky. Why do they call me that?
Yeah.
Back when I streamed like just constantly battles sort of thing and like nothing else at all, I became pretty notorious for getting 10% freezes. So it just kind of started happening. I was like, it's the second Mo, and I'm like, no, it's not. Don't say that. But they said it anyway. So
it's okay, man. I mean, we all pray to ourselves every now and then, but at the end of the day, we have to just bow to the almighty will of RNGesus. He knows all.
Yeah, no.
We don't understand his ways or even his roles, but at the end of the day, we just have to embrace that he is in control.
But to be honest, it's like I'm actually kind of glad like I got sniped with the Tornadus T, because I think I have a pretty good, pretty solid team
I like
built
your team. I really do. I mean, I remember watching through the draft and was just very impressed with yours. I was impressed with Galactic Elliot's, obviously.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I don't play Elliot until. Do I play Elliot? I don't know. If I do, I play him way later.
That's one of those where
he's not in my next 3 weeks, so I don't have to worry about it.
It's one of those where you offer somebody to trade schedule if you're playing him. Just because you're like, I really don't want to get 6-0 and Mega Metagross. Do you want somebody else? Like if I was his team, you know what I would do? I would run 5 hyper offense Pokemon and then Mega Metagross as the 6th Pokemon every week. Every week.
Yeah. The problem is his free picks are so just decimated by picking up the Mega Metagross, excuse me. And just because, the S1s, they run through your depth. So if he wants to run hyper offense, I can plan around the other 6 Pokemon on his team that are any good, and I'm fine. But if he had picked an S2, then I have to worry about actually decent free picks.
Right. Well, there's risks and there's rewards, and occasionally we're going to find out if Galactic Elliot has the cojones to put them together. I know he's got some cojones, but the question is, can he put it together on a week-to-week basis? When you have Mega Metagross, though, it's hard to count anybody out or say, oh, you're limited, because dude's got Elemental Punches. Elemental Punches will put in work against your roster.
I mean, I think I do have the one Mega that can kind of hold its own against Mega Metagross and Mega Sableye. I think if anyone can do it, it would probably be Mega Sableye, but it's still not a perfect, it's still not perfect.
It's one of those that you got to make sure that he hasn't gotten a Meteor Mash up on you before.
Oh, God, yeah. Or hopefully I've gotten a Calm Mind or two, maybe predict him to come in with Will-O-Wisp, something like that.
But
I need the momentum first, but basically, before he comes in.
That's kind of how with all stall players are. Like if you go in with Cresselia on the right situation and get 1 or 2 Calm Minds up, all of a sudden you're just sitting there going, "Hey, buddy, what you gonna do?"
I feel so bad. I think it was, if I remember correctly, I think it was Blue, not Kanto Cast, like Blue, last season, who fell victim to A-Drive's Cresselia in Season 2. It was like just sometimes you just don't have an answer for it, and just not everybody built an answer for it.
No joke. Cresselia is going to get a sweep on somebody every single season in every single league. It's kind of like Curselax. It's one of those Pokemon that's just it doesn't matter how good everyone in the league is. Someone's gonna play the wrong situation against it, and it's gonna just sit on you. And and when it sits on you, all you can do is squirm, occasionally cry. Put your man diaper on and just hope for the best. That's what you gotta do.
But how can Cresselia sit on you when it's levitating?
Oh, that's a good point. Gravitational pull. So actually, you're sitting on it.
I suppose. I mean, it wouldn't hurt that much if you're sitting on the back of a duck. Maybe it's a moon duck. I don't know. Maybe it's radioactive. Maybe it's radioactive.
I mean, it is levitating. So I mean,
that is true.
So
it's gotta have something magnetic going on in there.
So wait, you get a disease and you get the pain of losing to it? That's not nice, man. Come on, let's move on to another topic. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Good night. Speaking of which, you have your roster. You do have a good roster. Now, I'm actually really excited to see what you can do week to week with it. What is there one Pokemon that you are most excited, intrigued, or possibly just think I can make this work as an experimental play? Who is the Pokemon that you're most amped for? And don't say your S tier pick, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying Mega Sableye. I've run Mega Sableye quite a few times, so I already fully understand. I mean, I am excited to run it in draft tier format, but that's like saying, oh, I'm excited to run Mega Metagross. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. For me, it's honestly, I think out of what I've got right now, probably the one I'm most excited to use is actually Typhlosion. I've never used Typhlosion in draft format before. I picked it up recently because of the Burnout Bloom Doom combo that I've been seeing working its way around Smogon. So I don't know when or who I'm going to use it on, but I would like to use it at least once. Maybe throw some other shenanigans in there. Take a look at its move pool.
Hey, Choice Scarfed Eruption. Just to ruin anyone's day, man. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna lie, I love using it though. I love me some Typhlosion, but at the same time, it's like so little times you actually get to use it because you're just like, okay, it's not gonna kill right here, so I can't use Eruption because otherwise I'm gonna have like no power the next turn.
But that's where the Bloom Doom comes in. That's why you don't run the Scarf. You let yourself take the hit. Hoping you outspeed. Obviously, if it's against something fast, you wouldn't do it because that defeats the point of Eruption. I guess the only other thing out of here, I don't know when the transaction video is going to come out versus this one, but we did just drop Golbat and picked up Drapion from.
Nice.
I think the Umbreons dropped it. Which is funny because I play them week 2.
Okay, now secret question. Okay, I'm not going to tell you any of the coaches. Is acupressure allowed in this league?
I don't think we've actually discussed acupressure.
You could totally just battle armor to screw somebody over, so we're not going to talk about this anymore. But
no, we're not.
Just going to throw that out there.
Secret is safe. Okay. Key is gone. Not Cressel Key. She's very much here, but that key is.
Yeah, Mega Sableye really is cool. I really appreciate Mega Sableye. He can do great things with that knockoff. That knockoff move is really great.
Yeah, that foul play though.
Yeah, exactly. See? Transitioning right there. Serious question though. You've told me that you are actually hyped, psyched, and occasionally a little bit, concerned about a certain part of your season that you like to call Murderer's Row.
Oh dear God, that's the murder in the middle. Whatever we want to call it. I'm looking at it. Let me pull it up real quick because I had it a second ago and now I don't know where it went. But basically, I've got coaches who I've battled before, mostly, with exception. Not the exception, mind you, but with. I think it's Choice Specs and Cressel Key. Both I've battled before. Then comes Duncan, and to be honest, I've never seen Duncan in a single 6v6 draft format. I've never seen him do it. I've seen him VGC a lot, but that's that doesn't translate 1-to-1 necessarily. But I think the thing that scares me is, and I still thought I would have the picture up. Here it is. I found it. So I go against Duncan, then I go off to PAX East, and immediately coming back from PAX East, I go up against, in order, Numnexus, A-Drive, T-Train, winner of the PGL, Pokemon, Oh Dear God, Jerry Oak, Oh God Why, Papacy, winner of the PGL Season 3? He'll probably correct me on that if I'm wrong. Then it finally comes to Volskyler. I never battled Volskyler. I've never even seen Skyler battle, to be honest.
He's got a good team, though. He's got a good team.
Yeah, he does have a good team. I don't know his battle style. Then I go up against Vump, so 2-time champions. That'll be fun. And then I finish it off with Battler X. So I'm going to get Battler X all over the arena.
Is he going to give it to you?
I mean, unless he brings like Sucker Punch, Rotom Wash, then I think I might have a chance.
Okay, good.
Oh wait, I have Rotom Wash. Maybe I should bring Choice or Sucker Punch, Rotom Wash, and be like, "Hey, you remember this? Remember that? That didn't work.
Just
it
stare,
was funny,
just stare
but
at
it
him.
didn't work."
Just stare at him and just go, "Yeah, how do you like that? How do you like getting sucker punched?" But no, serious question though. Hey man, you can't be complaining about your roster here, about your season here, man. Look, if you want to have the best league out there, you're gonna have to, have. If you didn't want to have tough matches, then why'd you recruit all these guys? Okay, you could have just stacked the league with a bunch of casuals. You could have just kept on getting all the casuals out there in the Pokemon community and gone, hey, casual streamer that just does shiny hunting and doesn't do anything else and isn't a drive who actually has battle experience.
Whoa! You say that.
I know. There are some good
ones. Our two-time champion doesn't play Pokemon too much on his stream anymore. But when he did, he was almost all shiny hunting. A Drive, shiny hunter.
True.
Let's see who else.
True.
Jerry, part-time shiny hunter. I'm pretty sure Nexus shiny hunts once in a while. I could be wrong. But yeah, don't sleep on shiny hunters. Like what people do on camera and what people do off camera are very different, and they can translate very differently into how people actually battle.
You make a very good point there. You make a very good point. So okay, so who would be the ideal just floored pick? You should totally just get some. If you really wanted an easy season, you should just found a bunch of people that just play TCG and haven't ever looked at a Pokemon cartridge in the last 10 years and just go.
So just grab the whole Major League Pack Battles League and just throw them all in and let's go.
And just see what happens. Just see what happens. Maybe they've turned out really good. Maybe they win because of hacks, like 7 weeks in a row. Just they picked up Jirachi round 1 and just ran choice scarfed Ironhead and won every single match.
I mean, Under the Radar had double Serene Grace and Lando T on his team as the winning team that won the Pokemon for Glory, Kyle A's league. So Jirachi is one of those ones that can win leagues all by itself.
The Hacks twins together can win leagues by themselves. I mean, that they are a mean combo if you let them just go for it. It's just one of those that just there's every single person out there has that Pokemon that is a Pokemon or Pokemon combo that they're just like when you see it on your weekly ledger, you just want to throw your chair against the wall and yell. For me, it's Curslax. No joke, Joe. It's a Pokemon that just you know what it's gonna do. You know what it's going to do. You build your team to deal with it, and for whatever reason...
I have the best answer for Curslax.
Please.
Phytinium Z Breloom is the best thing on the planet. Gets Focus Punch, 150 base, goes into Z-move, will KO Snorlax even at +1. It will probably KO it at +2, and it will still 2-hit KO it at +3. So, and on top of that, Spore to stop the rest. So
I'm just saying. That's a good situation, right? I like what you're spitting right there. I need to.
If Specs wants to bring Snorlax this week, I'm just saying he might.
Just what you gonna do, homie?
He might get his hands if that happens. So I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that. I need to start doing that. And that's just what it is, though. There's always that Pokemon out there that just, for whatever reason, just has your number. Joe, what is that Pokemon for you that just has your number? Or is that a secret that you don't want to make, that you don't want anyone to know?
Mega Gardevoir. I think I am, 0-3 or 0-4 against teams that pack Mega Gardevoir. Granted, 2 of them were Jerry, so that's kind of cheating. Although I did KO it first turn the second time, so I guess that's kind of a thing. Miracoat Milotic, great thing to bring in on a Gardevoir. Great times, good times. Energy Ball doesn't matter. Still Miracoat just gone. Bye.
Eats you.
Exactly. Yeah. Porygon 2 is very annoying as well. Gastrodon. I hate Gastrodon. I cannot deal well. And I'm missing 2 more. Suicune and Shaman. So if you have those 5, you just win. I instantly just... If you bring 5, if your team is of 6 is 5 of those and then something silly, I may just click run.
I'm good. You win. But whatever. Take your differential. No joke. People always sleep on Suicune. I love to do this on Suicune though, just to piss people off.
How can you sleep on Suicune when it's sleeping half the damn game?
I never use that though. I always use, no joke, I use the E-Speed. I use E-Speed on Suicune. It's 20% damage on pretty much everything. And so, you basically chip it down, and then all of a sudden, and like I said, most Pokemon are going to outspeed you, because you're running a relaxed nature set.
They never see that coming.
Yeah, and literally, so you got the opponent down at like 17% or whatever, and they're thinking, I'm getting ready to bop you. Oh yeah, and then you just hit E speed and kill them, and they're just like, they don't know what to do. You know, it's one of those like
answer for everything.
It's one of those seizure moments where you're just like, what? Why do you have this? Like, you know, and if you do that, you know, it's not just about the kill. It's about the psychological impact of getting that kill.
It's not about the kill. It's about sending a message.
Exactly. It's one of you can win the battle, or you can scalp them in public. I mean, come on now.
Okay, I suppose we can go 0 to 100 like that. A little public scalping never hurt anybody, except the guy getting scalped.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously misses his forehead. We did send him a vacation pack over to the hair club for men, so we're going to restore that issue for him. You know, one final thing going forward. You know, we have went 0 to 100 right here. I want to give you kind of your personal platform right now to personally send a message to the coaches of the NPA that want to look at Joedor as a piece of commissioner meat. Okay, this is your chance to show them all what you've got. Okay, you know, tell them what you want them to understand when they come at you this week. They're on their weekly matches.
Oh, like as a battler? I thought you meant as a commissioner.
No, come on.
I was like, they've already done all that. Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is the part for you to basically come as a battler and just say, "Come at me, bro." This is your Jersey Shore moment. Okay, what do you got?
I mean, made playoffs 2 seasons in a row. Got a really hard schedule. Like to play up to my competitors here, so I've got a lot of people that I need to get revenge on. Like, Papacy. I'll be looking forward to that week, buddy. Mr. What was it? Relic Song, 20% hacks in the P4G. That was fun. Have you ever had a match? I'm gonna ask you this question, Levonant. Have you ever had a match where literally a string of hacksy events had to occur, and combined they probably had between a 1% and 3% odds of happening for this exact set of things to happen, and you just lose and there's nothing you can do because of that roll?
Yes.
That was my last battle against Popsy. I battled him twice. We're 1-1. I gotta make it 2-1. That is the goal.
I got paralyzed Frenched once, 9 turns in a row. And I'm just sitting there clicking it. And no joke, I'm just clicking it. I'm clicking it. Oh
my God.
And you're just sitting there. You're just sitting there, and you're just like, all right, now you have to work this turn. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, there are many times, Joe, where you definitely need to remove yourself from your computer for safety.
Mm-hmm. No. Waterloo Sawsbuck, Season 2. Rock Slide. Okay, that missed. It's all right. He's just toxic stalling me with a Sylveon. That's cool. Rock Slide. Oh, this is that game where it misses twice in a row. So we're down to 1% now, because it's is 90%, give or take, something like that?
We're looking at...
So we're down 1%. Okay, I'll just go for it again. Surely it can't... Oh, we're at 0.1% now. Okay, we'll get him this time, because literally I just need one hit, and I win, right? And, okay, we're down to 0.01% odds
Oh
now.
My gosh.
And I think I used it probably 2 more times, and it hit both those times. But it's like... When the opponent's already stalling, when you're already taking damage to toxic, when you're already down in defeatist range because you're running an Archeops like a moron, those things can matter. 0.01% means the difference between a 4-0 and a 2-0 or a 1-0 or whatever it was.
You can come back from 2 or 3 hacks misses, you know, usually. You can come back from 2 or 3, but you can't come back from there's at a certain point you got no chance.
I mean, to be fair, that match I was still very much in control. So it just sucked the life out of my differential and my momentum in the match. But it was still a win. Okay. But it was a matter of like I needed those points. I needed that differential. Like I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, but it may have made the difference in a playoff placing. So
that's important. Yeah.
Well, although running Billy Drum Clef wasn't a good idea either. That was a different week.
You know, we've all done illicit substances every now and then, Joe. It happens. Our judgment gets compromised every now and then. We forgive you.
I got moon blasted one day. It happens, you know.
It just, that dazzling gleam really dazzled you that time.
Oh yeah, I know. It happens.
It was a really draining kiss.
It was. It's not fairy pun anymore, but I'll probably never live down the time I brought Hidden Power Fire on Clef.
Yeah.
Forgetting that it gets flamethrower. It just doesn't seem like it's something, but it was weird because like I hear about it maybe once or twice during the actual season it happened, and then from like halfway through the off season to even as recent as like yesterday, it's just nonstop. Yo, Joe, were you bringing that HP Fire Clef even after the draft? It's like, do you see
really
Clef? It's like,
you really were playing rough right there. You really were playing rough.
Oh my god. I'm about to twinkle tackle my wall here in a second.
Well, if you do that, just make sure to use protection before you get that Sylveon injection. So,
Dude, I don't need protection. It's all about the detection.
Okay, good.
That's the first step.
Good. I appreciate your honesty with me. Ladies and gentlemen, Joedor of the Seattle Seakings, your commissioner for the NPA for Season 3. He will make the playoffs. He will have a positive differential. He will do really good this season. I'm speaking truth into your life, jokes. I want to, I feel like if I say it enough, it'll come true. So we're just going to keep saying that over and over again. Anyway, folks.
I think it'll happen.
Yeah. Oh, it will happen. It will happen. You will make playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. And remember to keep on checking out the MPA channel as well as your individual channels of all of your coaches out there to keep making sure that you get to see more of their beautiful mugs and, of course, the Pokemon they use week to week. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. And remember, always steal those kneecaps.